Welcome to Youth Voices of Greater Cincinnati. My name is Madison Love.
And my name is Amy Almengor.
Today, we have a very special guest.
Laura Hofmann.
Thank you for coming to our talk show. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I work for the Cincinnati Ballet, and I've been with the ballet now for 27 years. I'm in the costume shop. And actually, I grew up here in Norwood. Went through Norwood, all the schools here.
And then you asked a question.
Okay. Who inspired you to go into the business of making costumes?
Actually, my mom does it.
Oh.
So she has been with the ballet for 47 years.
Wow.
Did you like making things when you were a child?
Actually, I did not. I didn't start sewing till I was in junior high school.
And what led you to sewing in high school?
I actually wanted to do fashion design, but I ended up working at a factory first, and then I got a job at the opera and then the ballet.
Do you enjoy working at the ballet with your mother?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like seeing stuff from the beginning and seeing what it turns out to be.
Are you and your mother very close?
Yes.
Did you go to college for this type of?
No, I did not. I actually have a lot of on-job training.
Was working at the theater your first career choice, that you knew you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
Actually, at first I thought I wanted to be a cosmetologist at first, but
yeah, that didn't work out.
no, I don't like to get hair all over me. So
Have you met any famous people?
I have worked with Peter Frampton. He did a show with the ballet company. I've worked some concerts in the past. Years ago, I worked, Cher, I can't even think of all of them. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, stuff like that. All before you guys.
Do you help make the costumes or make costumes for every ballet show at the theater?
Maybe not every show, because we rent too. We'll rent from another company, or companies rent from us to do. But probably half of the shows a year we make.
Do you get a discount or free tickets or whatever on the shows?
We normally get what they call a voucher, so you'll get half off a ticket.
Oh.
What is the most costumes you have made for a show?
Jules, which I have this sample of one of the rubies, was 87 costumes, and there's over 20,000 glass jewels sewed on them that we did all by hand. I think probably Nutcracker is one of the largest. That's probably about 300 costumes.
What is your favorite show that you have made costumes for?
I would probably say Jules, just because it's sparkly.
Yeah.
We just did Sleeping Beauty, and we made 48 new tutus for that.
Wow.
So they're all sparkly right now, too.
Have you ever traveled out of the country?
I have not traveled out of the country. We have traveled out of the country, but luckily I was on maternity leave with Alex, so I got to miss going to Lisbon. But we've traveled to Alaska and Detroit and New Orleans, stuff like that.
Do you also design the costumes that you make?
I don't that often. Normally, we either have a designer come in, or the choreographers kind of tell us what they kind of vision, and then we make mock-ups for that.
If you weren't doing what you do now, what would you see yourself doing? Or what would you do?
Probably trying to be a stay-at-home mom if I could, but other than that, I don't know.
What's a typical day?
If it's a fitting week, we normally start fittings at 10:50 in the morning, and we go until 6 o'clock at night. So we can fit 1 to 2 people a half hour, and they can have anywhere from 1 to 10 costumes that we have to get them into in that half hour.
When you get home after a long day at work, do you still like, if you have to like sew a shirt or something, like, are you fine with it, or are you like?
I try not to sew at home, period, or for anybody because I sew all day at work, I don't want to do it at home. So I have a machine, but it's covered up.
What shows have you gone to that you've made costumes for?
I don't actually get to go to the shows because I work the shows too, because we have to do, during the show I have to be there in case someone rips something or some stuff, and we do laundry during the whole show, and then I also have to move costumes because we have like, for Nutcracker we can have 7 cast of people, so between every show we have to move clothes from room to room. So I try to watch a dress rehearsal if I can.
About how long is a show?
They try to keep them 2 hours or a little under 2 hours because I think it's a little long for kids.
Yeah.
So.
Can we see the costume that you have brought for us?
Yep, this is the solo dress from Ruby's, from the Ballet Ruby's, Jules.
Who wore this?
Thank you.
Do you want to say it?
I'm thinking it was probably like Mai Velasquez or like Melissa Gelfin.
Wait, how old are these? Like,
Grown
girls?
adults.
Oh my,
really?
really?
Yeah,
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
fit into this?
Wow.
they're very tiny people. They wear like a 0.
Oh my gosh.
Does like every individual person wear that like same thing or
The soloist and the principal are more elaborate jewels, but the core girls are a simpler jewel, but exact same Leo with the skirt. I brought a picture. It's not very good, but of the show.
These are all of the people in the show.
Yeah.
And are these the is this a costume that you have?
Yes.
Do you want to get it?
they look pretty?
So you mentioned a little bit ago that you got trained for the job, and do they still like offer training or?
It's more I learned a lot on the job. I knew how to sew because I went through sewing classes and tailoring, but to do for theater, it's a little different than what you just do for on the street or everyday clothing. So I've learned how to deal with the theater aspects of it on the job. Here, you have to try to like start out like maybe in dressing or something like that, and then you can sometimes work your way into the sewing.
At what age can you join this costume?
I was lucky and got hired when I was 15 to dress Nutcracker, and then they found out I could sew, so I think when I was 17 I got a summer job with the opera, which they do offer like apprenticeships at the opera and stuff. What do you guys want to do when you graduate?
I personally want to be either a kindergarten teacher or like a younger
Elementary teacher?
yeah, like
that's great.
I think I like fashion marketing, but like it has like a lot of numbers and I don't like numbers. So right now I don't know what I want to do.
That's all right too.
Thank you for being on our show.
Taking your time out of your day and coming and talk to us about your job.
You're welcome.
That was Youth Voices of Greater Cincinnati. Until next time.